Welcome to the English news of Binh Phuoc Television. I'm with you now following at the headlines for today. Major festivals and events to be held in Binh Phuoc in 2024 and 2025. Nearly 6,000 pepper farming households gain access to preferential loans. President hosts Chief of General Staff of Cuban Armed Forces. Ho Chi Minh City Festival honors Vietnamese cuisine. Deputy Secretary of the Binh Phuoc Provincial Party Committee Standing Committee and Chairwoman of the Provincial People's Council, Huỳnh Thị Hằng, has chaired a meeting between members of the province's steering committee for major events in Binh Phuoc to discuss the organization of major festivals and events in the southeastern locality in 2024 and 2025.
Following comments and discussions between members of the steering committee, Hằng, who is also the head of the committee, spoke of the importance of major festivals and events held in the province. They play a significant role in highlighting roles and responsibilities in the political system and in promoting Vietnam's history and culture, thus stimulating patriotism among the Vietnamese people. So that events are held successfully, she asked members to be proactive and closely coordinate with each other in performing tasks relating to event organization. She urged them to enhance communications to promote such events among local people and to call on them to join in and contribute to the success. Under the current plan, the Binh Phuoc Provincial Party Committee, People's Council, People's Committee, and Fatherland Front are expected to chair 6 major festivals and events. Their subordinates in lower-level administrative units will organize other events in line with directions and requests from the provincial authorities.
The Sponsoring Association for Poor Patients, Orphans and People with Disabilities in Binh Phuoc Province has been proactively implementing the Hearts for Children charitable program, under which many local children with heart disease have been treated.
Being born with heart disease is tragic not only for the children but also their parents, as their ailment not only hurts the kids physically but also costs their parents a huge sum of money for surgery and treatment. For most families, the cost of surgery is beyond their financial capacity. Understanding the hardships facing the families whose children have heart disease, the Provincial Sponsoring Association for Poor Patients, Orphans and People with Disabilities has facilitated the implementation of the Hearts for Children charitable program since 2016. The association has coordinated with donors and hospitals to perform surgeries on over 160 kids with heart disease. It has also managed to raise a fund totaling 10 billion Vietnam dong from charitable individuals and organizations that used to cover the surgery costs. The smiles on the faces of the now healthy children provide inspiration for the association and charitable individuals and organizations to continue implementing the Hearts for Children program.
In order to help pepper farming households struggling from a failed crop, commercial banks in Binh Phuoc Province have introduced preferential financial solutions, with thousands of local farmers receiving preferential loans or having payment deadlines on existing loans extended.
The State Bank of Vietnam, or SBV's Binh Phuoc branch has directed local commercial banks to apply Clause 2, Article 4 in Circular Number 10, dated July 22, 2015, from the SBV in providing loans to the farmers. They are requested to exempt or reduce loan interest rates or overdue funds and prioritize the collection of principal over interest to help farmers overcome the difficulties. As cited in the circular, borrowers suffering from force majeure events are to be reviewed by the credit organizations so that their loans are extended and interest rates reduced. Since the beginning of the year, commercial banks in Binh Phuoc have extended payment deadlines for 829 farmers whose pepper farms were destroyed by disease. The total amount of restructured loans is over 388 billion Vietnam dong. Over 6,000 farmers cultivating pepper have also had their loan interest rates cut.
President Võ Văn Thưởng hosted a reception on October 24 for Senior Lieutenant General Roberto Licra Solongo, Chief of the General Staff and Deputy Minister of the Cuban Revolutionary Armed Forces, who is paying a visit to Vietnam.
Vietnamese and Cuban people always stand united and share difficulties with each other during revolutionary periods, President Thưởng told the guest. Despite difficulties caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, the two countries still maintained regular exchange of delegations at all levels, including those from the two armies, the host leader said. That showed the close and mutually supportive relationship between the two sides, Thưởng stressed, suggesting that the two sides promote cooperation, exchanges and experience sharing activities in the coming time. On this occasion, the state leader also proposed promoting economic, trade and investment cooperation between the two countries. Thanking Vietnam for always accompanying and supporting Cuba, Lieutenant General Roberto Licra Solongo affirmed that the solidarity between Cuba and Vietnam is the most special in the world, while their ties are a symbol of relations and cooperation of the era. Cuba always wishes to further strengthen relations and cooperation with Vietnam, he noted.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính received the United Nations Resident Coordinator in Vietnam, Pauline Tamesis, in Hanoi on October 24 on the occasion of the 78th founding anniversary of the UN.
Prime Minister Chin emphasized that Vietnam upholds multilateralism, solidarity, and international cooperation. The country always pays a due attention to the consultancy from the UN in Vietnam, Chin said, requesting organizations under the UN in Vietnam continue the work, especially in terms of policies, human resource training, and national governance capacity. The government leader also asked the UN to support Vietnam in mobilizing financial resources for development, focusing on projects of big importance. For her part, Pauline Tamesis stressed that she was impressed with Vietnam's miraculous efforts in responding to the COVID-19 epidemic, as well as its achievements in socio-economic recovery and development. Vietnam has made very positive and responsible contributions to the common work of the United Nations, she added. The UN delegation also expressed their wish to continue to cooperate with Vietnam to promote and implement sustainable development goals.
Public investment is better to be an engine for Vietnam's economic growth in the context that global headwinds may challenge the country's growth target of 6.5%, according to experts.
To the end of this year, the government will prioritize capital for large-scale projects, and those which are nearly completed, so as to maintain and expand enterprises' production and business capacity. Experts said, the implementation of public invested projects will be accelerated to boost aggregate demand. Besides, tariff cut policies and increases of credit guarantee for small and medium-sized enterprises are necessary to support businesses, experts said, highlighting the government should promote the economization of state-owned enterprises. With the concerted efforts from the whole political system, the government's resolve and officials' innovation and high sense of responsibility, Vietnam will realize the target set for disbursement of public investment, they maintained. It is said that 2023 is a tough year, and public investment is an important factor for the economy, and the construction sector in particular.
A festival with the theme The Fame of Vietnamese Culinary Culture took place recently in Ho Chi Minh City to honor Vietnamese cooking and cuisine on the occasion of World Chef Days on October 20.
This year's festival featured more than 100 pavilions introducing special dishes from all regions of Vietnam. The festival's main activities were culinary shows, on-stage cooking lessons, musical performances, a ceremony honoring Vietnamese chefs, mapping of cuisine, and honoring talented female chefs. The organizing committee also launched a map of Vietnamese cuisine in the second phase of a program, with 126 dishes from the country's 63 cities and provinces, breaking the record of 63 dishes in the first phase. With the online map of Vietnamese cuisine, users can enjoy specialties of each locality, thereby understanding and appreciating the value of the diversity and richness of Vietnamese cuisine.
That was 10 minutes of BPTV News. To rewatch this news, you can download BPTV Go or visit our website and YouTube channel. Thanks for staying with us and see you next time.